Hi everyone, I cut my hair. It looks so cute with this like beanie on. So irrelevant to this video, but there you go. New year, new haircut, new vibes, new energy. I hope everyone's enjoying their winter holidays. Um, Even if you don't celebrate some of these holidays, I'm sure you are just as grateful to be off of work. And if you're not off of work, that's unfortunate. But I hope that you are enjoying the few days off that you do have. I think I have like 3 weeks off for my own stuff, and so that's pretty good. I've been trying not to use my laptop this past week. I didn't use my laptop at all. Barely used my phone, and when I had nothing to do, I would just kind of sit there. And it's been really nice to do that. But yes, speaking about holidays, we have some interesting things to talk about. I want to talk about the toys, right? Because during Christmas, you see all these kids unpacking toys. But I also want to talk about something new that is happening for New Year's here in San Antonio regarding speech launch. And yes, so let's talk about the toys. I don't want to, like regañar people that are buying their kids' toys. It comes from a really good heart. But I think we tend to forget as adults that we don't have to buy very expensive things. Actually, a lot of my things in my private office is things that weren't that expensive. When I started this career, I was broke, right? I had just finished college. During college, I was working at Target. And bro, I don't have money to be buying all these toys, and especially the ones that are like specialized toys, like from education stores or like therapy online retailers. But okay, no. So it started becoming very exhausting because I had to create my own games out of like paper and PowerPoints and like print them out and find little things here and there. And so I was like, okay, this is not working either. I was trying to like make my own flashcards. Girl, just buy flashcards. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth my time, but I knew it's just I felt so broke and I couldn't ask my parents to like, they already helped me pay. They already helped me to pay for school, so I was like, I can't ask them to help me get some of these toys. But after that 1 year, even the second year, I started seeing how it was worth it to buy toys, but never to buy very, very expensive toys. I think we do get pressured in our field, but also parents, to buy certain toys because, oh no, this toy is for counting and this toy is for building and this toy, they're all for counting, they're all for building. Like, we have to get creative. So I wanted to tell you guys a little fun thing that I thought it just revealed this. When I was doing home health, I was providing speech therapy in the homes. There was a 2-year-old that I was giving early intervention to, and he had blocks, he had cars, he had little miniature figures. You know what his favorite toy was? Okay, I want you guys to guess. I'm gonna give you guys like 5 seconds. Okay, whatever you guessed, I really want to know, so put it in the comments. But I don't think you said medicine bottles. Literally medicine bottles. His grandpa, unfortunately, was very sick, so they had lots of medicine bottles everywhere. And I think instead of making it a sad situation or a thing where like, oh, don't let the kid play with that, or just make it where the medicine bottles were so distant, I'm glad that I blah, blah, blah. Clearly my brain is going faster than my mouth. So anyways. I'm glad that they didn't give him a negative association with medicine bottles, and that they allowed him to play with the empty medicine bottles, and the other ones, they would obviously try to keep them out of his reach. But they're like child safe, so he couldn't open them. He was only 2. I think now he's maybe 3, because this was like a pretty recent kid that I used to see. He actually lives in my neighborhood, which is so weird. Oh, no, he doesn't. His grandpa lives in my neighborhood. I used to see him at his grandma and grandpa's house, because mom and dad used to work. Anyways, too much information. This is his full name, and this was his actual address. No. But anyways, yes, this was his favorite toy. And it was really fun because grandma had that thought process like I do. It's like, they will build with this, and he would build with the medicine bottles, and medicine bottles come in different sizes. So it was fun to see him, put the smaller one at the bottom and the bigger one on top, and try to balance it, and then try to figure out what's going up next. At the same time, his little miniature figures were placed inside the bottle. Grandma liked to do that to give him something to kind of like search for, fight for, figure out, like a little problem-solving situation. She actually took the stickers off so he could see the little figures in there. Even his some of his little cars fit in there. So it was a medicine bottle that had like a bigger mouth. So she was able to put a car in there. You can roll them as well. And you know what? When he gets older and you guys are into pretend play, because at 2 years old, these kiddos aren't into pretend play, but whenever he does get into pretend play, he can play pharmacy, he can play doctor, use some of that vocabulary. And so it's something that we don't think about, but medicine bottles, right? And he had blocks. No, he wanted to stack the medicine bottles, not the blocks, which is so funny to me. And it just reveals that I think we've been not lied to, but I think we bought the idea of toys. Like some toys, they're good. Yeah, they're simple, they're good. You can use them in different ways. But the toys that are single purpose or single function, I think we need to watch out for those, because those are just like marketing. And I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that after this other one. Guys, literally boxes. You can stack these boxes. So I have, not that you care, some crackers. We have, this is a new moisturizer that I bought. If you wanted to know. There's a bottle for that. There's a bottle for more skincare. Not a bottle, sorry, box. And some toothpaste. And then you see I'm like stacking these. You can stack these in different ways. And then they're all different shapes and sizes. Like they're not all thin and long. Some of them are chunky. And if, side note, if you've tried these, I'm sorry. I thought so too. If you haven't tried these, don't try them. They're actually so disgusting. They're so disgusting, dude. They were so bad. If you don't, I know they look delicious. They're deceiving. I thought they were going to taste like Pop-Tarts, maybe the healthier version of Pop-Tarts. No. Incorrect. They were so bad. But anyways, what's really great, of course, about boxes, again, you can stack them, but just the same thing. When you get older, you can do some, my neighbor's calling me. I wonder if she's outside. Anyways, you can do some pretend play. They can, play store and scan the items. And it's a great way also for vocabulary. You're talking about the food that's there so they can learn it. You're talking about the colors, the shapes. You're practicing asking questions and how to ask for more, right? Instead of just something that drives me nuts in speech therapy. I see so many clinicians practice this more, more, more for 30 minutes. Ma'am, sir, stop it. Let's expand that. Like, may I have, and it can be like a strawberry one or like a blueberry one. May I have the blueberry one? And inside, you don't actually have to have them, right? You can just like print some of them out and put them in there. Maybe kind of like glue them to cardboard so that they're thick when you take them out. Like little things like that. Like, I know that's a little more work. You don't have to do it. It's so optional. But if you want to go a little extra, it's always cute to do that. I think it gives them something to pull out. But they can always practice pretend play by taking nothing out. You can also practice something that I learned from a teacher mentor that I had when I was doing some student teaching at a deaf school, is teaching them to identify some of these letters. And if you're working on the E letter, having them notice the E in environmental print. This is environmental print because it's around their environment, at the grocery store, in the kitchen. Even there's like a box over there of Huel, not sponsored. Huel, it's like a protein shake thing. There's an E there too. Huel, there you go. And having them practice like identifying these letters around. So you see how amazing that is? And then the last thing that I wanted to share, guys, light up shoes. Those are so cute, actually. I have no beef with light up shoes. Let me do another one. Light up toys. How about a flashlight? Oh. This is a headlamp. Not that the brand matters, Black Diamond. Back in the day when I thought I was going to be a climber. Dude, put this on the kid's head, turn off the lights, and look for things around the room. And you can also do it, like, they don't have to put it on their head. Sometimes when I go running and it's dark, I like to put this across my tummy so that it doesn't, like, keep falling off of my head, off of my forehead. And I'll put it across my tummy. And I'm running, and it also lights up the way. So if they don't like it on their head, you can put it across their tummy. You can put it across their chest. I've done that too. And go outside. Maybe it's after dinner. We're gonna put on our lamps, headlamps, tummy lamps, whatever, and we're gonna try to look for 5 rocks. And just go look for some rocks, like after dinner, like 5 of them. And they're gonna think it's the most fun thing ever. Like, I feel like that's a little cute thing I would find in a book or something. So was it expensive? No. And it's not like straightforward, right? Like, you have to think about, like, what can I do with the light? But I think that's the beautiful thing about not buying toys that have single purpose or obvious purposes, is that it makes us be more creative. And sometimes, like I said, we don't even have to buy the toys. Now, I saw people buy toys. Some of them were like duplicate toys. Some of them were like age inappropriate toys. I think that we've bought into marketing on, like, we have to have that toy. That's the one that's popular right now. And sometimes we do it because we think it's cute. Like, as adults, that's such a cute toy. Not because the kid is actually going to buy it. Or, sorry, they're not going to buy it. They're literally a child. Not because the kid is actually going to play with it. And I think just like, okay, this is just an example. Don't get offended. It's literally an example. When you go to the pet section and then there's like a cute toy that looks like a cake slice, and then there's a cute toy that looks like a hamburger, and a cute toy that looks like slippers. that's not for the dog. That is literally for our mind, our psychology to be like, oh my God, that's so cute, we're buying that. And you buy it. Because they're all chewables. They're all toys for the dog to chew on. And actually, I wouldn't recommend the slipper because now you're teaching them that if something looks like this, they can chew on it. Unless you're really strict about it, then they'll probably get it. But it's all about how cute do we think they are, right? The products as the adults, because we're the ones with the money. But kids don't really care about that stuff, and I think it's about there was like a phrase going on. It wasn't like untrending, but it was I forgot the word. Okay, let me know if you remember. It's the word that it's like they like marketing and all this stuff, they programmed us to think like this. But actually you don't gotta think like that. I forgot the word. I'll probably put it in the description or in a comment below. But let me know what you think about these. Like, this was a real kid, and like this, like, kids love this, man. They like love this. There's still crackers in here, but they're like still. I know this video is kind of chaotic, but I'm on break. And yeah, what was your favorite activity? Because I like all of them. And oh yeah, before I go, I have to tell you guys the New Year's. Oh my gosh, I feel so chaotic in this video. The New Year announcement. The New Year announcement is I'm moving into a new office. I'm moving into a bigger office. My last office was like a walk-in closet size. It didn't even have windows, and it was like almost the same price. It was closer to my neighborhood, but this one I feel like is in a nice neighborhood still, and it's bigger. It has a waiting room and a coaching room where I'm gonna do the activities with parents and the kids. And like the waiting room itself is like bigger than my previous office. So I think it's a win-win. It's, I think, only a few more dollars. It doesn't come with a lot of amenities, but I think it will be good. So I'm really excited to give you guys a tour when I move in. I'm moving in on the 1st. They said they might give me the keys on the 30th, so maybe I can move in on the 30th, which is, oh my gosh, which is tomorrow. But if not, for sure, the 1st of 2026. There's really great things happening this year. I can't tell you guys everything right now, but just know that there's so many wonderful things happening. And I hope that in your life, you have wonderful plans too, and wonderful things happening, and positive vibes. Sending you guys the best of the rest of the holidays and the winter season. And yeah, bye-bye.